We are live.
We are live. Welcome. It doesn't say that we're live. There it is. The green dot is on. Studio session in progress. What's up, everybody? Mike the Cop here. Welcome to a live edition of Uncommon Sense with myself, Mike the Cop. And over there in the, it's not really a corner. It's sort of like 3/4 of the side of the room is the underpaid producer.
Yes.
And you don't get to see him, right? There's no video of you. Thank goodness. We are
no video of the ugly producer.
So don't have no fear, guys. I know there's a lot of the notion that it's live. I used to put on there it's live, and a lot of people won't even click the video because it was live. I missed it. Guys, it's 2018. 2018 years in Anno Domini, the year of our Lord. That means, even though I'm live right now, you could actually see this perhaps decades from now. In fact, I think we're going to take this episode and put it in a time capsule and send it off to, where should we send it? You're messing around his new iPhone X.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking to everybody on...
Where are we going to send it?
Send what?
The time capsule of this episode. Into the future.
Into the ground?
No, we got to send it off into space.
No, who's going to...
Tesla.
You know you have to get it back.
I'm going to email Elon Musk and ask him to send my time capsule version of this episode into space.
Oh, man.
Hey, dude, our minds were blown. Speaking of space travel, our minds were blown the other day when we looked at one of my favorite YouTube channels. Was that Real Life Lore?
Yes.
Dude, I get caught in YouTube. You would think that I watch cop videos and stuff. I don't.
No.
There's a really cool guy named Donut Operator out there. Love Donut, and he's on top of all the cop stuff, to be honest with you. He's much better at it than I am. However, what I will get caught up on is Real Life Lore. Holy crap. Those videos blow my mind. And they did this thing the other day where they were talking about if we could somehow extend human life, and we sent to go inhabit another planet, right? You could fly off, and let's say that it was going to take you 10,000 years to get there, and somehow
they could build a generational ship.
You build a generational ship where you could like reproduce and have people, and you would take humanity and move them on a giant ship to another uninhabited planet. And let's say it was going to take you 10,000 years to get there. So we take the fastest possible thing we could travel, and we go to the first inhabitable planet if that existed. And then what would happen is humanity would continue to advance on this planet, and 1,000 years later they would be able to travel even faster, and they would have already beat you there. So you wake up out of your cryo chamber, or your family descendants get there to the planet, and there's already a whole full planet of people who have had 2,000 years to build a planet. Holy crap. Marty!
Stop. No, I will not go along with that trend.
Oh, whatever. Let's get to the news, guys. Sounds like a plot to a shitty alien movie. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Okay. Guys, have you heard about the 4 officers in Jasper, Alabama, who were suspended for 4 days, essentially a week, without pay? They're part of the narcotics team, and they were suspended when they took a photo. At the request of the mayor, they took this photo. It wasn't a plot on their part. They take this photo, and you guys are familiar with, I'm not below the hip, but you got the finger game, right? It's what it's simply called.
Put that picture up there?
The finger game. Yeah, go ahead and put the picture up. This is the picture that got them suspended. 4 of them. The mayor is over there. I'm not sure who the guy in the salmon shirt is. Maybe that's the mayor. It's not pink, it's salmon. I don't know who that guy is. I don't know who. One of them might be the chief of police. I don't know. I don't know who's who. The mayor is one of those 2 dudes that look like they're about ready to go hit a 9-iron. Whichever one of those guys. And then you see the 4 cops doing the little finger game thing when they take this picture. Okay, they're on the narcotics team. They had this huge narcotics bust for them or whatever. So That's the picture that got everybody in trouble. Their local paper, the MountainEagle.com, first did this story at the request of the mayor, alleged drug dealer arrested again, and they're shown on there, and there's this whole piece by an Ed Powell, and they confiscated, it says, some crystal meth, crack cocaine, powder cocaine, and heroin. And this guy was charged with trafficking and all kinds of other things, drug paraphernalia. Was there weapons involved? 40 caliber semi-automatic handgun was recovered. It's stolen. So it was a big bust for them. And the mayor was proud. Everybody's proud. Pat yourselves in the back. Let's take a picture for the Mountain Eagle paper. And cops, being the sarcastic folk that they typically tend to be, throw the little finger symbol as a little ha ha ha. Because unless you're looking for it, you don't really notice it, and you gotta be familiar with the game, and then you get a chuckle out of it. This is the idea. So, harmless little thing, and then somebody at the newspaper notices, oh, they're doing this symbol. That's a racist symbol. That's a KKKKKKK thing. Or whatever. Lots of Ks, right? As many Ks as possible. So many Ks, there's nobody left but white people. And they flip out. They call the mayor's office. They start to look into it, and they feel like they got to do something. So why not just suspend 4 officers without pay for playing a kid's game? Makes total sense. Why not just suspend these guys for making this little OK symbol in a picture nonchalantly so that people who know what it is get a chuckle out of it? Huh. Weird. Now, just in case you think that I'm just making this up, thank you very much, Peanut. I appreciate it. If you get so offended by a simple hand sign that you're going to make the lives of 4 men multitudes more difficult, you're a damn snowflake, need to turn in your man card and grow some balls.
Roasted.
Boom. Roasted. So just in case you think that I would be, oh, Mike, you're a cop, they're cops, you're just defending them. No, I actually, maybe a shocker to you, I actually don't believe almost anything that I read, see, or hear on the internet without looking into it a little bit further. And today I actually called down to Jasper. I called the police department to speak to the chief, and I called the mayor's office to speak to the mayor and to invite both of them on this live stream. Neither one of them were either available or wanted to talk, and I have the proof of doing this just so that you know I'm not making that up. I tried to get them on the show. I tried to hear their perspective beyond just what I see on the news that I'm going to share with you. Let's roll those videos so that they can hear me.
Which one? You want both of them? They're both like 2 minutes long.
Let's play the one to the cop, the chief of police. That one's the good one.
Which one?
The one to the chief of police.
The one that I played first? Earlier?
Yes. The one that you played first.
Okay.
All right. Check it out. This is me trying to get them on the show. Yes, I was wondering if it was possible to speak with the chief, media-related, as far as the situation with the 4 officers suspended for the finger game.
Okay, I can leave a message for him. He's in a meeting right now.
Sure.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Mike the Cop.
Mike the Cop?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, I've heard of you.
Oh, well, that's nice.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to be going live on YouTube to talk about the situation and wanted to invite the chief on to give his perspective and all that stuff on suspending cops for a kid's game.
Yeah, okay. What's a good phone number for you? Alrighty.
And my email is mike@mikethecop.tv. I'm going to be headed into my office right now, and I don't have cell phone service, so if he sent an email, then I'd see that a lot sooner than get a phone call, perhaps.
Alright, you said Mike the Cop at what?
It's mike@mikethecop.tv.
At TV.
.tv.
Not PD, okay.
No, .tv, like television.
Oh, TV, I'm sorry, I thought you were saying TV, okay.
Oh, you're good.
Alrighty, I will give that to him.
Okay, just so that you know, like I recorded myself calling you and calling the the mayor's office so that it was me showing that I was trying to call and get you guys on the show.
Okay.
Okay?
I will give that to him.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
See ya. So, no one can at least accuse me of not trying, and if they do reach back out to me, which they haven't at the time of me going live, then I'll be happy to bring them back on and talk to them about their reasoning. I looked first at CBS. CBS News said 4 Jasper officers will lose a week's pay following the publication of the photograph. Mayor O'Mary is pictured in that photo alongside several officers. Others began to reportedly say that the gesture is used in a popular kids game called the circle game, called the finger game. The idea is to trick the other person into looking into it, and then you hit everybody. If you get somebody to look, then you get to punch them in the arm, right? The mayor said he arranged the photo in question. But he said that he hasn't asked the officers what they meant by the gesture, but says they showed poor judgment. This is according to CBS News. The mayor said he hadn't asked the officers what they meant by the gesture, but says it showed poor judgment. For what? Listen, I'm 42 years old. I did that game from elementary school on. I remember walking through the halls of high school, and it would come in like waves, right? Sometimes, like, it gets popular for a little while, and then it goes away, and then it, like, comes back. It's like cuffing your pants, like French cuffing your pants in the 80s, or big hair, right? Like, it'll come back again eventually. I hope I'm dead. I hope I'm on the ship to the uninhabited planet. When big hairspray hair comes back. But hey, there's pictures of me hanging out with hairsprayed girls and French cuff pants on my jeans, so it is what it is. It'll come back. It always does. And the finger game has made a recent comeback in the last year, and it's popular. I just took pictures with people. I do it all the time. I put that little thing when I take pictures with people. I'll do like the meet and greets or hangouts and went to police week. Oh, hey, you want to take a picture? Yeah, sure. And then here it is, me doing that. And then people laugh when they look at it because like, oh, you got me. And, you know, if you're standing there in person, you can punch them. You know, this is not racist. This doesn't mean whites only. It doesn't mean, oh, it doesn't mean that. It's just simply you put it just below your waist, and if you see it, you get to hit somebody if you get them to look. Oh my goodness! You know what would make this symbol racist? You know what would make this gesture racist? Is if I only did it to black people so I could punch them in the face. If I only did it if you were black, yellow, brown, if you were not me, if you were not white, and then I did it only to you, and then punched only you, or maybe even if I punched you without doing this symbol. Now we're talking about hate crimes and racism. Other than that, this gesture is absolutely not about racism.
This jester.
No, not a court jester. A finger gesture.
Gesture.
It wasn't like these guys all were flipping off the camera, which I don't know if that could be considered racist. It could be considered unprofessional. So that's the other angle they're taking this, is as I looked at the follow-up article, it was talking about on the mountain... Where is this? The Mountain Eagle? Yeah. Where is it? The tactical team suspended in wake of photo. Ultimately, now the police department is sort of like backpedaling a little bit to calling it unprofessional. Even if it was a harmless kids game or whatever, that it was unprofessional. You shouldn't have been doing that during a photograph about police work. Okay. Whatever. But unprofessional would be an actually offensive gesture, not something that's meant to be lighthearted, so that people who are sort of like in the know get a laugh out of it. It's a lot different, you know. They just did something great for their community, and all of a sudden now they get suspended because they're playing a kids game, basically. It's ridiculous. To me, it's ridiculous. And it's this hypersensitivity to this PC culture that's just further wedging a divide in people. It's further wedging the divide, and it's pointless. So these guys are just trying to be lighthearted, trying to be funny, I would assume. I haven't talked to them. That's my assumption, because I'm like them. So I can only do that right now, is put myself in their shoes.
Somebody just said that you look like the bald version of Thor.
Really?
Self-confidence level
That boosted-
skyrocketing.
Dude, that boosted my confidence. That was the kindest thing anyone said to me in a long time. Thank you. Moving on.
Do you want to mention any super chats, or do you want to wait a little bit?
We'll
for
wait
that?
a little bit.
All right.
So where did this come from? The idea, Donut Operator mentioned this, I believe, I'm told, according to the comments, that 4chan, and 4chan loves to troll the internet, and they did this to spread around that this is a white supremacy symbol, that it means only whites and all this stuff, like, or had the symbol KKK built into the fingers, all this other nonsense, and it passed around the internet, and of course people believed it, right? Like my granddaughter was over today, and she just puts stuff in her mouth. She sits in a high chair and puts stuff in her mouth, and whatever gets in, it's in. Whatever falls down, just makes a mess. This is how people are intellectually anymore. The internet has turned us into sitting in high chairs, and we just put content in our mouth. And what some of it gets in, some of it falls on, and makes us look like slobs. And we're intellectual children, infants, intellectual babies, intellectual toddlers, because we refuse to think for ourselves and to approach topics with a sense of objectivity and reasonableness. Imagine that. So the whole thing is a troll, and man, I hope those cops recover their pay. And I would love for them to be in a position to where they could actually sue for improper discipline and being outed like that over something that wasn't intentional, that wasn't unprofessional. You know, like, who gets to decide what's unprofessional or not? The chief, I guess. He says, oh, it's unprofessional for you to do that. So under no circumstances, if you're out on patrol and you take a picture, can you ever do anything that's lighthearted? Otherwise, it's considered unprofessional. It's just completely up to one person. Or if anybody's offended, if anybody in the world expresses that they're offended at something that a police officer does, then they should be suspended because it's unprofessional. I mean, this is silly. This is nonsense. Where does it end? Get worked up. Okay. Then I came across, this is a related story, I came across this tweet, if we could put that up, from Alex.
Which one?
The only tweet that I took a screenshot of. Literally a tweet.
Yeah, I see it.
There you go.
Okay.
I believe this guy might be a writer. Let me scroll up here. Yes, he is a writer for Vice.com, for Vice. And I see this tweet. It's funny so far, but I don't even know what that even means. Sorry, cops, you don't get to be funny online. I'm like, what in the world? What is he talking about? So I go to the website and the article, sorry, cops, you don't get to be funny online, quote unquote, even if the pug mug is cute. So apparently on July 15th, it says in a seaside city in parts of New Jersey, a pug named Bean escaped from her home. So the cops find Bean, right? And they take Bean and they take a mug shot. Can we put up? Well, you're just gonna see it. We had a closer, different.
Just you in the mugshot. Yeah.
Me and Bean. There's me and Bean. Cape May Police Department. So Bean, the pug.
Look how they're holding.
I don't think he was harmed in the filming of this mug shot. So Bean the pug take the mugshot, and his bail, they set bail, and it was paid in dog cookies, dog biscuits, and they do this whole thing, and they get the owner and blah blah blah. Nobody complained about this. The owner didn't complain about this. There's no problems. The cops found somebody's lost dog. So let's just think about this for a moment. Even just from a perception standpoint, if you're a cop hater who thinks the cops are doing nothing but trying to hunt down minorities and kill them for no reason other than sheer pleasure, and the cops actually then took a break from their murderous spree to save a dog, you would think that even a cop hater would have to look and go, you know what, that's pretty cool. We need more cops to be out there finding lost pugs. Maybe that's what we should all use our property tax dollars for, is to have the cops find lost animals. You know? Then maybe I'd get that parakeet back. So the whole thing goes viral, And it's the hashtag pugmug, pugshot, all this stuff. It says, this is what happens when you run away from home. This guy was captured sneaking through yards. If you know his owner, please contact. So they did the whole thing as a way to get the attention of the owner. Blah, blah, blah. So this guy that writes this says this. This is just, it should blow your mind. Yes, everyone appreciates a solid laugh, and sarcasm, irony, and good cheer are generally great things. Yeah, they are. This is especially true of life online, which can be especially toxic. Yeah, it's toxic because I'm reading your absolute bullcrap. The father of fatties. Father. Hello, son.
Sorry, that's just
the fuzz should not have this luxury. The fuzz should not have this luxury. The fuzz should not be funny on social media because the fuzz are not, and again, should not be, funny people. Do you hear that, UPP? Do you hear what I'm reading?
I'm just thinking,
Whoa.
I'm thinking the father of the fatties, because that's the best.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
This guy, first of all, is saying that cops that try to be funny aren't very funny, but he uses the word fuzz like 4 times in a row, calling cops the fuzz. And that itself is not funny to me. But
was he trying to
he
be
says
funny?
The fuzz should not have this luxury of being humorous. Okay? The fuzz should not be funny on social media because the fuzz are not, and again, should not be funny people. You should not be a cop and be a funny person.
You need to be a robot.
You should be a robot of the system. Robots. Robot people. Okay. It says, particularly in the face of Black Lives Matter. What does that have to do with... What does Black Lives Matter have to do with rescuing a pug and making a pug shot?
I don't know, man.
And when the public's distrust in the institution is deservedly high. Actually, the public's distrust of law enforcement is not deservedly high. It's a false statement. We can't even go into that, but it is a serious job, and these are serious times. Not to mention their attempts at humor often badly missed the mark. Okay, so what if your humor is badly missing the mark? Do I say people who write about serious times should never have humor? The painful irony. What was your name again? Alex Norcia? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. If you see this. Alex, I would love to have you on the show. I'd love to talk about this with you. Why your assertion should be accepted that cops should not have any sense of humor, even in serious times. That doesn't even make any sense. Like, there's no reasoning behind it. You end the article. It says, for people like me, the losers, the average, the downtrodden, humor can allow us to cope. Huh. Interesting. But for the powerful, its greatest asset, the obvious thing it achieves above all else, it allows them to obfuscate. First of all, here's the lesson to learn, and then we're going to play a game together. Here's the lesson to learn. Every cop knows exactly what it's like to be a member of their own community. Not every member of the community understands what it's like to be a cop. This is a simple premise. No, Gunn says, Mike, you are always politically correct. I'm the opposite of politically correct, bro. Fuzz is I know what it is. I just watched the movie Hot Fuzz the other night. I know what fuzz is. I'm saying he's attempting to be humorous by calling us fuzz repeatedly back to back, and it's not. I don't find it funny, which is funny because he's saying that cops can't be funny. Well, what if I said writers can't be funny? And they often miss the mark when they try. I mean, this is dumb. It's like tennis where no one ever scores a point. You just hit it back and forth again. It's dumb. Anyway, yes, police officers have a limited authority when they're working as far as enforcing the law. That doesn't make them power brokers in society. So there's a lot of assumptions going on about this. But the painful irony is that you want to criticize the cops, but you don't want them to ever be nice. You don't want them to be laid back. You don't want them to respond to your thing and be relatable with you. You cannot be funny. You have to be completely serious because these are serious times. But the painful irony is that you're writing an article that's not very serious. You'd have to. Does the Vice only write articles about how serious things are? Only about war and famine and tragedies? Or do they ever do lighthearted pieces? Because don't we all live in serious times? All right, 446 beautiful souls in the room. How about we play a game, guys?
All right, well, hold on. Let's get to those super chats.
Let's acknowledge the super chats, and then we're going to play a game.
I don't know if we ever mentioned this one, but Bradley Clements earlier gave us a $3 super chat.
Thank you, Bradley.
Shawnee Boy gave us a $2 super chat from A Cop's View. Why don't cops like vigilantes?
Why don't cops like vigilantes? I would suppose the broad correct answer would be that they, even though we could admire vigilantes for getting stuff done because we crave justice, that vigilantes circumvent the law and it puts us and others at risk in the process. That's my best answer for that. Even though I admire the goal of vigilantism, justice in the end. All right. That's it? Okay. So, guys, guns. I knew you knew that Fuzz is old school, but it's just that I hadn't heard that for a long time. Yeah, I hadn't heard Fuzz in a long time either. I watched the Hot Fuzz movie the other day. I heard it then. So, a lot of you guys know I do a podcast with my buddy Dave called Off the Cuff. And we did this thing the other day. I put a clip up on the YouTube channel. You can go back and look at it. I literally titled the video clip of the podcast, Pricetitution, how much money would it take? And I was posed with the question of eating someone's toenail, eating a stranger's toenail. And the underpaid producer had found this thing called Pricetitution, and that's where he was getting these questions from, these random questions. And the creator of the game reached out to me and sent me the game. And I'm like, oh, cool, this is actually a real thing. You can actually go to pricetitution.com, and they're not sponsoring me for this. I'm not making commission. They did send this to me after I was already asking these questions. I figured it'd be fun to just play this with you guys. Thank you, Miss Fire Gal. You're always a great supporter. I appreciate that. So now this is actually a game. I'll explain the basics. The instructions are real short. It basically meet the pricestitute. So if you draw the card, you are the pricestitute. You question your friendship. So you read the card, and then everybody gets to ask you questions for a minute, like follow-up questions. Now, sometimes on the bottom, there is already clarification that you have. That's part of the rules. Everybody can ask you follow-up questions or different angles on the question or whatever. So the example is, how much money would it take to let me look someone through my phone and share anything they want? You might follow up with, did you delete any incriminating texts? Have you ever taken an inappropriate photo? Like, you could ask these other follow-up questions as a way to gauge and frame in how much money it would take to do it. So what happens is they give you these little pencils and paper, and everybody else that you're playing with writes down the guess of how much your bottom line price is to do it. And the person that's closest is the winner of that round. And then the next person is the pricestitute. You follow that?
No.
No, whatever. Okay, so I'll be the pricestitute first. And here's, just follow along, guys. Okay. How much money would it take me to live in a home with no bathrooms?
Oh, man.
Hold on. No, I can't build one. There's a Thai restaurant 3 blocks away that lets me use their bathroom. How much money would it take me to live in a home with no bathrooms?
So do I just say a price? Or
No. You're trying to guess my bottom line amount. You guys can guess how much do you think I'm going to say it would take me to do that. And the closest person...
$50.
But I can't see. Like, you would normally, like, if we were in person, you would write it down in secret, and then you'd turn it in.
Oh,
and whoever's closest to the amount that I say, it would win. So we can't really play the game. No, not per month. 5 million, 2 million. $200. Jeremiah Waldrop would live in a house with no bathrooms for $200.
Somebody said 10,000.
No.
100,000.
There is no
mortgage plus
Let's
2K.
just say for a year, okay? Because there's no this would be the follow-up question. So you can't build one, and the closest one is 3 blocks away
Okay.
that they let you use at a Thai restaurant
All right. It would cost a lot of money to do that
for a year.
because you couldn't even take a shower.
$900 billion. Thanks, Ron the Hedgehog, Jeremy. That's we all know where that's going. $12 a month. No, I would say that for me to do this, I would absolutely do it for $100,000.
Yeah.
I had to live there for a year.
I would make mine 150.
150,000.
Yeah. Jarhead loving the fun cop, something like that. Thank you so much for the donation. Super chat. Bossman says $2 super chat. What can we do about dirty PDs or city officials?
You can go to the attorney general in your state, or you can go to a higher police authority.
Gustav Winberg.
I joined right when you asked the
50
question. I'm
something.
confused. Well, we're playing the game pricetitution with you guys. All right. I said 100,000. I would live in a house with no bathrooms for a year. Although, dude, what happens when you wake up in the middle of the night? I just thought about this.
It'd have to just
You
be
wake up and got to
a
take like a
bottle.
raging deuce.
And then you get a bucket, man.
A bucket?
Yeah.
Heck no. I'd go outside. I'd have a hole in the ground.
You can't build a bathroom, man. That
No.
would be considered a bathroom.
It would not be considered building in a bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Digging a hole in the ground would not be considered building a bathroom. No.
I do think so.
No. Digging a hole is not building something.
Somebody said too late, no backsies.
No. Okay, next one. Your turn to be the prostitute.
All right.
People can't see you though,
Sorry.
but they can hear you. Your voice is glorious. It sounds a lot like mine.
Oh.
Oh, gag reflex.
How much money would it take me to lick an escalator handrail for one full rotation?
Ugh.
You'd have to sit there
Ugh.
at the top of the escalator.
Oh, that makes me gross out. Oh my goodness. Don't say it again.
One full
Oh,
rotation
is there any qualifications?
of just licking the... What's a qualification?
Is there any notes on the bottom?
That's all it says. That's
Oh,
all
okay.
it says.
Okay, so ask your follow-up questions. Let's see. Oh, somebody said Gimbals or Macy's. That's a good point. Is it a high-end department store, or is it?
It's nice.
Is it a 2-story Walmart,
It's nice. it's at a nice location.
or is it a
The worst place to do it at would be in an airport.
Oh yeah, an airport one. No, I want it to be an airport
Okay.
one. An airport escalator, one full rotation, and not a tiny one. One of the big ones, like a 3-story escalator, like at the Atlanta airport or something.
I would do that for $10,000.
You would do that for $10,000?
Oh yeah.
You would put your tongue on
Yeah.
an escalator rail. Wouldn't it dry it out and then be like,
Yeah, it would hurt, but you'd get
Would you rip-
$10,000.
you'd rip the tongue off, your skin off your tongue. It'd just be like,
No, because it would just build up. It would. Don't do that. Stop, please. Stop.
what if
It's
your
so
tongue could
irritating.
stop the whole thing?
No, but
It just
I'm
gets
saying
jammed up.
what I'm saying is you lick that for 10,000, and then it would just build up, and you don't even have to put it in your mouth.
What if
just
you got
wipe it
Ebola?
off. You wouldn't get Ebola if you just wiped it off your mouth.
How do you know?
Because
How do you even
Ebola
get
spread
Ebola?
through blood.
I thought it was spread through crap.
It's spread through bodily fluids,
All right, my turn to be the prostitute.
blood and poop and everything. Yeah, see, 10,000 for sure. People do agree with me.
No, the handrail, not the footway, Ian. The
If it
handrail.
was a foot, that would no. You'd be risking death.
Okay. Let's see. What?
Come on,
Oh,
find a good one.
I'm trying. Okay, this is a good one. How much money would it take to drink a smoothie made from all the food the player to the left of me ate yesterday? Well, it's all you. A smoothie of all the food you ate yesterday.
What did you eat yesterday?
What did you eat? I'm the
What
prostitute.
did I eat?
You're the other player.
I ate Cheerios.
Hey, William Webb says, don't eat bloody poop from an Ebola patient. Hey, those are words to live by. I'm going to say that you could put that on a plaque and hang it in your house.
Don't do that.
That is a principle. You know how people have, like, as for me and my house, we serve the Lord? I would put that on a plaque.
Yeah, we should.
Don't eat bloody poop from an Ebola patient.
We should make that a
That
t-shirt.
is as true as Christian scripture.
So, my thing would be Cheerios.
You had Cheerios. I want to know what would go in this smoothie first before I decide how much it would take.
Yeah, Cheerios.
Oh, that's easy.
And listen, there's more stuff that I ate.
Okay, yeah, but that's good.
And
I'm down for a Cheerio smoothie.
Chicken and dumplings.
Oh.
What else I think that's it. That's all I had.
That's all you ate yesterday?
Yeah. I didn't eat a lot, man. I've been cutting down on all the crap that I've been eating, and I had a big lunch, so.
I would drink that. How much did you eat, though? How big of a smoothie would this be? It would be disgusting.
It'd be huge. I had 3 sides of dumplings, man.
3 sides of dumplings?
That's all I ate yesterday.
Oh, no.
Because it was
just a mild serving.
No, it was like, dude, I mean.
I'm drinking a smoothie of food that
it would be an extra large
I would normally
smoothie.
eat both of those things. Like, I would eat that, mix it all together. Did you have milk in the Cheerios, right?
Yep. You'd have to. I also had some chicken. I had, like.
Chicken's good, but I never had chicken.
But it's the same thing in chicken
so
dumplings.
can I add peanut butter to it?
No, you can't add anything.
I can't add anything?
Straight up, everything that went in my stomach yesterday is what you would have to eat. A vegetable, man. Did I have cucumbers yesterday?
I had a seafood mix and curry in the evening.
I do eat vegetables pretty often, fruits and veggies pretty often.
Cutting down equals dumplings. I think it would be good. I'd buy that for $10. Low-fat lard. No. I would do that for a low amount, though. $1,000. I would
an entire smoothie?
I would eat that's $1,000 to try to get down my gullet like real food.
I don't think that's worth it.
You don't think it's worth it if you're just hungry and have that as a smoothie and like
actually
you're gonna throw it up, but
that's not that bad. That's not that bad.
I don't think it's that bad
because what I ate the milk would be pretty good.
All right,
for
one
just
more for you, one more for
mushy.
me, and then we'll be wrapping up the stream. So I don't want to.
Yeah, we've been going for 37
Yeah,
minutes.
but you guys like this or not? We can stop if you guys want to. If you guys hate this, but people are still watching. I'll try not to bore you to death.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know. We should make that smoothie.
How much money would it take me?
How about that video if we actually try to do that? That'd be like Rhett and Link do.
No, I would never do that. I feel sick thinking about that.
Ugh. Anyway, all right.
How much money would it take me to have my ex's dad drive me to work for a week?
That wouldn't bother me.
It'd be awkward, but I mean, I wouldn't really care.
It'd be my father-in-law. When you think about it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
One of my exes. Which ex?
You're right before you married Mom, whoever was before that.
Oh. Yeah, I don't care. Like, I'd just be like, hey,
for just a week,
what's up, Roger? I don't even remember his name. It's a lot of years ago.
It's a short ride to work for me, so I'd take like $100 to do it, I guess.
For a week? Yeah, like, are they paying for the gas?
Yeah,
like, you could actually make out pretty good. Like, you know what? I'll just do it for free if they just cover my gas money to get back and forth.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
I'd do it for free.
It's not like I hold any grudges against them.
I don't have a grudge. I don't have a problem. I might even get along. Like, I don't know. Talk about the World Cup or something. I don't know.
Let the viewers ask you questions in Super Chats before you decide your price. Well, we can't really...
Well, we're just doing this laid back. This isn't overly structured. Here, give me another card.
We're just messing around right now, guys.
I'm just checking out the game.
Just to show you guys what it's like. But we can't rely on people doing a Super Chat for...
This is an interesting one. Okay. How much money would it take me to have a major league pitcher throw a clementine at me? He's throwing from the pitcher's mound and has one chance. I'm at home plate and can't move. So there's a chance it could hit you in the jingleberries. I've never even heard that before. I literally just made that up off the top of my head.
But are you allowed to turn around?
No. I'm at home plate.
No, I'm saying, which way do you have to stand?
You have to face the mound. This is the part of the game where everybody clarifies before they turn to their answers, right? You have to face it. You can't cover your net.
Clementine. It's a small orange.
Your nads.
People.
You don't know what a clementine is?
People are like, clementine.
Clementine, dude. It's a mini orange, like a mandarin orange.
$10,000 to do that?
You're risking. See, I'm fixed.
But is the pitcher gonna have compassion.
They get one shot. No, they're trying to hit you.
I'd guarantee you they'd miss.
No, you are insane. A major league pitcher
With a clementine?
can hit you,
With a
hit your
clementine,
body.
though.
You're talking a whole body.
How about
not a strike
How
zone.
about all of the force in that clementine? What would that do to it?
I don't know.
Exactly. So I would do that for a pretty low amount.
Well, is that a video? What can we do with a video with clementines?
I'd do it for like how much?
100,000, no less.
I'm gonna guess you'd do it for.
Clementine is not a large kumquat.
I'm gonna guess you'd do it for 3,000.
Heck no, dude. That would hurt. I'm talking like you better be dangling 15 grand in front of me.
I was gonna
15,000.
say 2,500.
15,000, and I wear a cup
Yeah,
I would
have to
I
wear
would
a
let
cup
my
too.
and a mouth guard.
Yeah,
I don't think that I would. You know, if you saw shiny cash in front of you,
a shiny cash.
no, if you saw the cash in front of you, you might even
Somebody said
expose your
a
nuts.
case of beer.
That sounds like something people would do after they drank a case of beer. Hey, let me try to throw this clementine at you. Okay. Oh man,
Your nads are worth way more than 15,000.
yeah.
It's true.
My nads aren't. I've been fixed for years, so my nads are literally worth nothing. So clementines aren't 1 pound. No, exactly one shiny cash. I'll take. How much is this? It's 2 shiny cash, please.
Okay.
Deal. All right, guys. That was a little.
I do not need any more kids. Fire away.
That was pricetitution. If you guys like it, I mean, there's a whole box of these. We'll come back to that and play it every once in a while. This is the basic show idea, uncommon sense. We are going to be adding in more regular segments, recurring segments, a little bit more pre-planning ahead of time, but we're just getting used to the format and covering, where law enforcement hit culture and a few other topics that are of interest to me and bringing back common sense to the foreground. So hopefully you guys enjoy the show. Thanks to all the super chatters. Thanks to everyone supporting the channel. Appreciate you guys, and we will talk to you soon.